Hello, my beautiful friends and community. Thank you for joining me here today. I am talking about letting it go. And this is with regards to attachments, expectations, desires, needs, and wants. Now, I touched on this in one of my other videos previously. However, this one I'm going to specifically talk about why it's important to not have attachments over things and people and situations or expectations of the future. When we are creating our reality, or even when we're just wanting change, I mean, we're always continually, again, manifesting and creating our reality and forming our outer world based on what is happening in our inner one. It's really important to reflect and look at if there are any attachments that you might be holding on to. So this could be in the form of, I want a certain relationship. I don't want to give up on this. I want this to happen in this exact way. So you must be very open. We need to detach from the need of attachment. And if there is an attachment of any kind, go into why that is there. Sometimes we hold on to things for certain reasons, and it's really important for us to be comfortable letting things go. And this could be even if you say you have been in a home for so many years, maybe all your life, or the majority of your life, a very significant part of your life, and maybe something happens and all of a sudden maybe you have to move. And it might be extremely difficult. There might be a lot of resistance to moving from that house. So things like this, if we're in a certain place for a long time, or if we're in a certain relationship, that's another great example. Sometimes we become very connected with relationships that may have changed over time. And I've seen this many times where people I've worked with have been in relationships for many, 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 many years, and then all of a sudden it changes, and that's okay. Like sometimes things just need to change for us to move on, for us to grow, for us to evolve, for us to have a new experience. But oftentimes we hold on to that thing or that person or that attachment because for other reasons, maybe we're afraid of the unknown is a big one. We don't want to experience life in a different way, which is resistant to change. And of course, just the uncertainty. You know, the being afraid of uncertainty is a big one, the unknown, because of course our mind doesn't understand yet what that looks like. When we are in a physical space or when we're in a certain relationship, our mind has something to attach itself to in a way of understanding. I'm in this relationship, therefore I'm married, or I have a partner, or I'm in a relationship. I can identify with that. There's something tangible. There's something there that I can relate to. If I leave that thing that seems familiar and be open to something else, I don't know what that is, and that's scary. And we have to be open for that. We can't look at that as being scary. We definitely need to be open for that, what's waiting for us on the other side, the unknown, as exciting. And so if you're finding yourself in fear or in resistance mode, and fear is at the basis of a lot of things that hold us back in life, that create resistance from abundant flow, from more experiences in life, check in and do challenge yourself. Just see what might be holding you back. If this is resonating with you, what might be at the basis of feeling stuck or feeling attached to something that might be difficult to let go of. Try and be open. Use this as a bit of an exercise. Sometimes it's a bit of an energetic exercise, or it's a bit of a mental exercise to play around with how it feels going into the unknown, going into the expansion of our creation. And when we are in transition from the past in the future, the transition can also be very uncomfortable. It's unknown, but when we're in that transition from the past to the future, that's where we're creating. I mean, we're creating all the time, but if we're in a real significant transformation, then we are in this place of full creation. We can look at it as scary, fearful, unknown, or we can look at it as a time of, okay, I have a new chapter, I have a new book. What do I want to write? What do I want to create? And it is a very scary place to be. And I am speaking from experience. A lot of these videos that I am publishing are from experience. So it is, and also people I work with as well. So we have to look at this time frame as a very significant point of creation for us, to create the unknown, to create the future. And then there's a lot of trust that needs to happen. Trust and openness and expansion. So when you hear often, if you hear people mention letting go, surrendering, it is energetic work. It doesn't mean to stop doing the practice of maybe healing or transformation or manifestation or work or whatever you're committed to. It doesn't mean to give up on that work and that commitment. It means to energetically let go of expectations, let go of the desire of wanting, needing, when is this going to happen? How is it going to happen? Don't worry about the how. Just know what you want and feel that connection to your future. And how you want to feel and live in the future. And that is going to be your guide. That is going to be your energetic connection to the universe. And then the universe will provide. So it's just up to us to do the work and trust and let go of the attachments and letting go of the specific wants, needs, and desires. And the universe will surprise us. And sometimes I've seen it firsthand where some people have wanted relationships right away or wanted a specific type of relationship. And it didn't work out because there was this need for one specific thing. But right around the corner, there was something a lot better just by opening up and going, okay, you know, I'll just stop. I'll take a break. I'll surrender. I'll trust. And that is the hardest thing. It's like almost like stepping off a ledge in a way and just allowing the universe to provide with your landing, you know, to provide you with that next step, essentially. So there's a lot of trust again, but the more that we can look at the attachments that we have in our life, the more we can open up to. And again, the universe will provide, you will be taken care of. There just needs to be a lot of trust associated with that. Along with that, I would definitely say to be open for the universe to provide from unexpected places as well. So sometimes we're used to life happening a certain way. Sometimes often we get caught in patterns or habits, and we get in certain cycles where life becomes a bit predictable, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's right for us. So it's good to even challenge predictability, to challenge things that might be comfortable, and to see where you can maybe even shake up something, maybe make a change to open up for something new or open up for something more or open up for something different. And sometimes we do have to go through a bit of testing as well. What really works for us, what doesn't work for us, especially when you go into relationships. But it is very much of keeping an open mind, you know, and even for example, if you're single and you're wanting a certain relationship, you do have to go out and meet people. You do have to go out to date and then go out and meet probably several people before you find the right one. Sometimes you might find the right one just right away, which is perfect. But oftentimes you do have to go out and test the waters a little bit. But you don't have to hold on to each person as that's the one or this is the one. You know, just go into these experiences as just testing the water and saying, okay, is this right for me? Maybe there's something better, but always, always, always know your values, know what's important for you, and stay true to that, your standards in life as well. Oftentimes we accept something that shows up for us that might not necessarily be the right fit. So there is a little bit of play involved, but as long as you are true to your integrity, your values, your principles, your standards, and of course your intuition, that is going to be in alignment with all those things I mentioned, then you're not going to lose. You're not going to lose. And it is okay to say no. It doesn't mean that everything that shows up for you is part of the universal divine order. And sometimes it is for us to learn from. Sometimes we need to learn from some of the things that aren't a good fit to learn to say no and learn to say, yeah, that's not the right fit for me. I feel like I want something better. And you'll know more and more over time that what you are going to get is going to be the right fit for you, right? Or it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be better, but it's just a different fit, just something else that is going to resonate with you more than the other. All right, so I do hope that is offering some clarity with letting go. I also want to mention that when we are transfixed on certain things, sometimes we do need to go into that place of understanding and deep understanding and deep wisdom with a particular situation. in order to gain a lot of information from that attachment. But remember to, as fast as you can, as soon as you're ready, to be open to let go and to be open for more. And then that'll also help you move into more of the flow of rhythm and creation with the abundant universe as well. And of course, that is part of love. That is part of love energy. Love energy is very expansive. It's very much of flow. It's very much of creation. And when you're in that love energy of expansion, then you can create. That's where you are in creation mode. When we're in fear, we hold on to things. We don't want to let go. We want to feel safe. We want to feel like we're in the knowing. We know what's going on. We know what's happening. We know where we're going. But life isn't always like that. And it's fine to have some knowing, but we also need to let go of the need to know and the need to make sense of things. That's the mind. The mind wants that certainty. It wants that control in a way. And so it is very much of giving up on control too. All right, so I do hope that is offering some help. Leave a comment below if this is resonating, or share your own experiences. I would love to hear from you as well. And I'm wishing you all the best. I'll see you next time.